How about a nice hand for Patrick? I want to thank the town of Lauderdale by the Sea. They provided this mic tonight for the show, even though they didn't know it. When I pulled my original mic out of the box in my balcony, which is outside basically in a closet, there was a ring of rust around the top part. I go, I wonder if this is going to work. Not called me at like 9:15, Stevie, there's no sound coming out of the amp. I go, I think I know the problem. Anyway, so I brought the mic up from the town. So anyway, I want to thank everyone who came out tonight. I want to thank all the comics, all the people in the audience. I want to thank Kevin.
Kevin's supposed to come up.
He told me he changed his mind. So I want to thank Kevin for letting us do this. And I was telling Kelly earlier when she had asked that we do one final comedy show, because she used to come to Rumshack every Monday night, and I'd emailed Non, I think, on Facebook and said, hey, has anyone picked a place yet? We're thinking about the Buddha, but no real decision had been made. I thought of the comics that I do and said, you know what? None of those assholes are going to do anything. So I said, you know what? Let me take this into my own hands. I was here one day talking to Kevin and go, hey, can we do a comedy show here? A final show for Kelly. And he goes, let me get back to you tomorrow, but I don't think it'll be a problem. So I talked to him the next week. He said yes. So we were on. Then, as it turns out, starting next Monday, the Rumshack's going to be closed.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It changed again.
You changed again? All right. But you guys are closing, I hope, aren't you?
Closing in June.
Yeah, closing in June. Okay. But anyway, you guys, tonight was supposed to be the last Monday night. But anyway, so it just worked out that the farewell show for Kelly turned into a farewell show for the comics, going back to 2004. And before I go, and by the way, if you haven't signed the poster, there's a lime green poster over there with a red pen. If you haven't signed it, you can say goodbye to Kelly on the poster. This is why Hemp and I aren't friends anymore. We've been doing comedy here about a year at Ray's, and it was going pretty good, for a bar. We would do it. The restaurant was mostly empty, but because the food here was terrible back then. But we would do it in the bar, and out of 10 shows, we would have like 4 good ones out of 10, and 2 would be okay, not great, not terrible, somewhere in the middle, and the other 4 would suck royally. But I thought 6 out of 10 is a pretty good place. So we've been doing comedy here for a year, and then Hemp had a problem with Ray. So Hemp decides he's going to pick up his ball and move it to another bar. And I'm like, hey, things are going pretty good here at Ray's. I like Ray. He's a nice guy. But Hemp's like, no, we're moving the open mic. So we used to have a writers' meeting here every Monday before the show. So I talked to Hemp, like, at his side of the story. It was Super Fox performing here on a Sunday. It was all bullshit. So we had a writers' meeting. I said, look, I know what's going to happen. It's going to be me versus Hemp on this issue. So let's take a vote. Who wants to keep comedy here at Ray's rather than South Shores? So we took a vote. It was 11-0 to 1. Dan Aubrey abstained, like he's in Parliament or something. I don't know what it was. But it was, so I was like, all right, so we stay. And that's when Hemp and I sort of like, I went on the shit list for a while. Anyway. But what I'm trying to say was that you don't often run into places like this where you can have comedy, make friends. It's where I met Jim Atkins, and we became best of friends. It's where I met Will. It's where I met probably Katie. It's probably where I met half my current friends, and that's where we met Kelly and stuff. So comedy is more than just making people laugh. It's connecting with people too, in a way. And comedy allows you to speak a certain truth that you don't always get to say in society. Anyway, this was a really fun last night. I hope you had a good time enjoying it, Kelly. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I want to thank Kevin again for letting us do a final comedy show here at the Rumshack, and for all the plates and forks they're going to have to wash later for. But I know Kevin delegates that stuff, so. Anyway, Kelly, we are on Facebook, right? So stay in touch, let us know how you're doing. And I want to thank, I I wish Stebbins could have been here, and maybe Wendy, but obviously things happen. Oh, Heath Fleacher wanted to come, but he wasn't feeling that well, and so he told me today. But anyway, we had a great time tonight. Again, thanks to Kevin, thanks to all the comics, Katie and Will and Patrick, and Kirk Meadows. My good friend. I met Kirk Meadows here too. Thanks to Bill for coming out, a local Lake Worth resident, a good friend of Jim's. Anyway, folks, thanks very much, and we'll see you around hopefully. Good night.